Well, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, all protocols observed, of course. A keynote address would be too big a word, but I'm very glad to be here this morning. And quite frankly, before coming to Nairobi, I didn't know much about insects. I'm an ornithologist, so the only thing I knew about insects is that they are good to feed birds. But in the meantime, I'm even looking movies about insects with my 6-year-old daughter. The last one was about a fight between termites and killer ants, a very, very fascinating movie. And I'm extremely afraid that she might, in the end, decide to be a scientist. These emerging infectious diseases like Rift Valley fever, West Nile, dengue, chikungunya are indeed on the rise. And so they are threatening the livelihoods of rural and urban communities in Africa. Increased international trade, increased globalization has led to an unprecedented spread of these diseases across the globe. The Horn of Africa is one of the hotbeds of these emerging infectious diseases, and yet hardly any dedicated research infrastructure that is tailored to specifically work on these important pathogens did exist so far in the region. So ICIPE's new Martin Luther Infectious Diseases Laboratory is trying to fill this critical gap, and the government of Switzerland is really proud to have contributed to the creation of this important research facility. And quite frankly, Christian, I can imagine what you've been through. I'm in the process of building a new embassy, and it was supposed to be finished this year, and the latest stage of the planning is that it's going to be finished probably by the end of 2014. So my successor will have the honor to open the thing. And it's not, the problem is not in Kenya, it's in Switzerland. Until you filled all the papers, I can tell you, but you might know that. Switzerland is proud, of course, to have been part of this project, but it's also extremely appreciative of the fact that the laboratory is named after Professor Martin Luther, an eminent entomologist, and we are especially happy that his son Niklaus Luther is with us today. I would also like to mention that one of the speakers who was supposed to be here, Professor Peter Anyang-Nyong'o, is not exactly new to ICIPE, because in his illustrious career, he, if I'm informed well, once worked in ICIPE's laboratories himself. You know, usually scientists show up at the lab, politicians don't. So Switzerland, through its Swiss Development Corporation, has supported ICIPE, this unique institution in Africa, since its inception 40 years ago. And we believe that the continent greatly needs such centers of excellence in research, development, and capacity building. I've had a fascinating discussion with the head of the Swiss Development Corporation last August, where I really tried to push again for Switzerland to be more active in trying to support science in Africa. We have other projects. We have another institute in Kenya working especially on forestry, where we have been working with for a long time. And we think that to create this scientific capability in Africa is extremely important. And ICIPE, of course, is a very, very good example. So, and indeed, the best argument to sell this kind of cooperation is to speak about the track record. And the track record of ICIPE is very, very impressive indeed. We can talk about, you know, all the sound and meaningful solutions to insect-related problems in Africa, ranging from locust control to malaria and tsetse flies, whatever. Many, many things have been done here. So Martin Luther helped coin the term pheromones, so carrier of excitement. So my personal pheromone detector always leads me back to this fascinating place. I think I've been here for 5 or 6 times. I still don't understand what you're doing, but okay, that's not new. I'm a lawyer. I mean, you know. Or now the now famous tsetse traps, or the new technologies in beekeeping or in sericulture, but to name a few because there are so many. So it is good to see that ICIPE has thus managed to create a path from research to human benefit, applied science, because this is what it is all about. So you, the people at ICIPE, are the human carriers of this very infectious disease called science. And please keep on doing this very good work. Thank you very much for what we are doing, and be assured that Switzerland will keep supporting ICIPE, because this is a shining example of what should be done on this continent. Thank you very much.